A rich life isn't a straight line to a destination on the horizon. Sometimes it takes an unexpected turn, with detours, new possibilities, and even another passenger, or three. And with 100 years of navigating ups and downs, you can count on Edward Jones to help guide you through it all. Because life is a winding path, made rich by the people you walk it with. Let's find your rich together. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Welcome to Shooby Dooby Doo Up, a podcast where we talk about pop music, specifically by deep diving a randomly chosen UK top 10 singles chart from the past. I'm Andy Robinson.
I'm James Cook.
And which UK singles top 10 chart from the past are we looking at this week?
You're catching us halfway through our deep dive of the top 10 from the 14th of December 1972.
That's right, we're living on a prayer and we are halfway there.
So if you've just joined us, here's a little recap of the songs we've covered so far.
Oh, that's a good idea, James. At 10, up 6 places, reaching its peak, it's Shotgun Wedding by Roy C.
A Northern Soul slow jam featuring Bullet Ricochets.
Down 5 places to number 9 this week, it's Rod Stewart with Angel.
Even with my Rod issues, I have to say I enjoyed this slightly shambolic Hendrix cover.
It's gone down 1 place, but it's Michael Jackson at number 8 with the song Ben.
A sweet friendship ballad, just don't mention the rat.
Down 2 places this week to number 7, it's Elton John and his Crocodile Rock.
A nostalgic homage to classic rock and roll, but it's not actually the Crocodile Rock.
And a non-mover at number 6 in this chart, it's Donny Osmond asking why?
Because he loves you, and I believe him.
You can listen to all of this music on our YouTube and our Spotify playlist we put attached in the descriptions. Not only does it make what me and James have banged on and are going to bang on about more clearer, it's also some great pop music. You can listen to these songs either before, during or after this nonsense and really get into them, yeah?
And we bunged in another half a dozen songs into that playlist, which never get to be in the top 10, but are knocking around the rest of the chart. And that is for our special bonus tracks podcast, available exclusively to our Patreon backers, the people kind enough to donate money to keep this podcast going.
You just about keep us going and we love you for it.
Here's what that's going to sound like.
Oh, shall we print lots of vinyl copies of our Patreon bonus tracks and try and sell it to the people who are listening to this? Even more, try and fleece them for their already over-hearted kindness.
Yeah, sure, let's do that. He played the character Keith on The Partridge Family. I love that he's called Keith in that they go, what's a really cool name? In 1972. Keith, yeah. In America, they have alligator lizards that fly. This sounds terrible. It sounds like an awful B movie.
Spoken like a true Brit.
Join our community now at patreon.com/ShoobyPodcast.
Number 5.
Up 4 to number 5. It will be the Christmas number 1. It's Long-Haired Lover from Liverpool by Little Jimmy Osmond.
That's right. We ended part 1, didn't we, by talking about his big boy older brother.
Donny.
Yeah.
And now little Jimmy here, the youngest of the Osmonds. And he will be the youngest named artist to have a UK number 1 at the age of 9 years and 8 months. And it'll be at number 1 for 5 weeks when it gets there. It is a massive hit.
That is me applauding Jimmy Osmond. Well done, I suppose.
Oh, really?
Well, let's do it. Michael Tumer 4457 on YouTube comments underneath this song says, my family are from Liverpool and I've always detested this song. Entity says, I've just developed a new cavity listening to this. Swarthy Jake says, this is how wars start. And Mark190262 says, straight from Satan's top 10.
Wow, there's a lot of hate for what is essentially a 9-year-old singing a lovely song.
Very unusual on YouTube comments to get so much trolling and nonsense.
Wow, who'd have thought it would be a 9-year-old who did it? Okay, look, and I get that. It is naff, isn't it?
I love this song.
Yeah, but
come on.
But in terms of proper music people, they're going to look down on it, and they're going to look down their nose at it, like we would with, I don't know, the Mr. Blobby record or something like that.
I think, James, the way this podcast has gone over, I think we'd both be right into Mr. Blobby these days, weirdly. But
yeah, there is that. This podcast has changed how we think about stuff.
Ewan Time says, it's fascinating that this came out in the same year as Black Sabbath Volume 4 and Deep Purple's Machine Head. So there's that, isn't there? The old rockers coming in going, rock music is the only real thing. But come on, we're at number 5. Is it time to mention Nile Rodgers early on?
Nile Rodgers said, if a song gets into the top 10, must be good because loads of people went out and bought it. And this is the kind of song that you can buy your nan, that nans can buy their little grandchildren in the run-up to Christmas. And the idea that you can't have sweet little novelty records the same year that someone puts out a rock classic is ridiculous. If we've learnt nothing else, it's that pop music is a broad church and there is room for everything.
And we like a little bit of whimsy in the top 10, so Jimmy is providing the whimmy, or the whimsy is provided by Jimsy.
Here's the thing. I think if you were related to the 9-year-old singing this, if they were your child or your grandchild or your mate's child, you'd probably think it was quite cute. But it can be a little bit cloying.
His voice is annoying.
Yes, it's not his fault. It's because he's 9.
That's old enough to sort yourself out, apparently, especially in the 70s it would be. Should we describe it a little bit for those who don't know? Again, as I always say, it's very hokey, isn't it? I haven't worked
Is it a
out.
banjo, the main instrument?
Yeah,
it's
something
like a banjo
like that, a ukulele type thing. I'll be your Liverpool and I'll do everything you say. Got to change words to where I'll be your short-haired lover from
Shrewsbury,
and I do everything you say. I mean, yeah. So it's hokey, isn't it? It's old time. It's written like a 30s or 40s song. And yet I learned on YouTube from Andrews527, he says, this was written during Beatlemania, lay around MGM's offices for 7 years until Mike Curb convinced someone to record it. Do you know anything about this?
Of course I know about this, yes. Originally released by the writer of the song, Christopher Kingsley, in 1969. But even then, at 69, it feels like 4 years too late to do like a topical song about, who are these mop tops from Liverpool? Yeah. But by 1969, mate, they're nearly done.
Yeah.
One person who did hear it and played it for Mike Curb was Olive Osmond.
Can I just jump in here? Ren Evis on YouTube says, I'll be your long-haired lover from Liverpool and I'll do anything you say. They reckon it was about John and Yoko. And then someone says Yoko is from Japan, and then Ben Nevis says, "Yeah, no, she had a long-haired lover from Liverpool." So even in 1972, people are still bringing the Beatles into it.
Yeah, well, that's why the song exists, isn't it? That's where it comes from. But Olive Osmond, she thought it would be super neato and just swell if Little Jimmy recorded it. Those are my words. I've put those in. So Mike Curb is a co-producer of it. Also, the backing vocals are the Mike Curb Congregation, who also did the backing vocals on the original version that did nothing.
Religiously inspired? Must be if they've got the congregation. Not must be, but it could be.
There's a hint, isn't there? In 1970, when
Maybe Jesus was a long-haired lover from
Bethlehem.
I'll be your long-haired lover from Bethlehem, and I'll do lots of things.
Yep. I'll turn water into wine.
Water into wine.
And bring Lazarus back from the dead.
Lazarus back from the dead I will bring. Can't rhyme it, James.
He wanted to spread the message of love, didn't he, Jesus? But I wouldn't describe him as a lover.
Would you describe him as a fighter?
No, neither of those things. Anyway.
How would you describe Jesus?
Let's not go there. Let's talk about Mike Curb instead.
Are we pushing aside the Lord to talk about Mike Curb?
We're trying to get to the bottom of whether Mike Curb is bringing a religious angle to this.
Yeah.
So, when he was president of MCM Records in 1970, he fired 18 acts because he thought they were promoting drugs in their songs. Right? He'd go on to be Lieutenant Governor of California for the Republicans, but he also worked with Harvey Milk on opposing bans on lesbian and gays working in schools. And then he'd be co-chairman of Reagan's first presidential campaign. And in 2006, he bought a house in Memphis, which was once owned by Elvis Presley.
Okay, blimey.
So he is of the conservative right, but he was also in favour of LGBT rights, and he was also into rock and roll.
Things are more complicated than they maybe appear sometimes.
His co-producer as well, Perry Botkin Jr.
Botkin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Botkin and Curb were also involved in the Incredible Bongo Band.
Okay, nice.
Do you want to know about Little Jimmy Osmond?
Always.
What makes him unique among the Osmond siblings?
Unique?
Yeah.
Was he born out of wedlock?
Not out of wedlock, but out of...
a sexual urge from his dad?
No, out of...
a dirty sexual urge.
Where are the Osmonds famously from?
I don't know.
Utah.
Of course, the Saints, yeah.
Little Jimmy Osmond was the only Osmond sibling not born in Utah. He was born in California. Was he a one-hit wonder?
Jimmy?
Yeah.
I'm going to say no. He must have had something else after this.
He'd have one more top 10 hit, one that got to number 11 and one that got to 54. And eventually he goes into artist management before coming back to the stage in the 90s. He'd come fourth on the 5th series of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, beating Jenny Frost and Anthony Costa, but behind eventual winner Carol Thatcher.
Okay.
He came 6th on Pop Star to Opera Star in 2010, ahead of Alex James from Blur and Vanessa from the Saturdays, but behind eventual winner Darius. And in 2016, he was a finalist on Celebrity MasterChef. Have you ever seen Jimmy Osmond live?
No. Have you?
Nearly.
Go on.
I was supposed to. He did Panto in Birmingham in 2018.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Well, oh no, he didn't, because during the run he had a stroke, and so he couldn't carry on playing Captain Hook in Peter Pan. So when we went to see it, we had Darren Day instead.
Okay.
To be fair, did the job. He can. Darren Day can bang out a panto. That's fine. But yeah, we nearly saw Jimmy Osmond, but his ill health prevented it, and he has subsequently retired from the entertainment world.
Yeah, I watched the live version on YouTube, and it was in a big arena. And I thought, how's Jimmy Osmond filling an arena? 16 years later, it turns out it was an Osmond's 50th anniversary show. He's trying to rock it up a bit, I'm saying, this version of this song. He tries to give it let's call it a southern groove. It's not bad, actually. Now, James, we've talked about this in the past, haven't we? The idea of the fade out.
Boo. Not a fan of the fade out. I like a proper ending.
Now, you would think this song, whatever it is, it's got an ending like, and now, do you ever heard her lay? Could end, couldn't it? It's almost built for an ending. We have implied in the past with the Rolling Stones and other songs a fade out, often, despite you not liking them, but it can give you the notion that the band is going to carry on. They're having such a great time. This song is never stopping. We just happen to have pulled away at this point. That's what this song does, and it makes me think, what a living hell this would be, the fade out of it all. And I think, this song just goes on forever then. That wouldn't be great, would it?
No, it would get annoying pretty quick.
It'd be great for Anthony Dempsey. I remember breaking into the TSB Bank in Liverpool in 1973, and this was being played in one of the apartments next to the bank. It meant we could make a bit more noise.
What? So, hang on. So it's a signal that they could make
Anthony Dempsey, whoever he may be, has chosen the forum of YouTube comments to reveal a 52-year-old crime where he was robbing a bank in Liverpool, and the music was playing. Does sound like a scouser.
Dear, oh dear. So who knew this song was involved in organised crime? It's kind of the opposite of what the Osmonds were all about, isn't it?
Number 4.
Up 4 to number 4 this week, it's T-Rex with Solid Gold, Easy Action.
It's the first time we've had T-Rex on.
Is it?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel that way, but I can believe it.
I mean, they were massive early 70s, weren't they? Absolutely. This is how massive they were. This was their 8th consecutive top 2 hit. Right. So they had 8 singles in a row that either got to number 1 or got to number 2.
I like you bringing in the idea of a top 2 hit.
Yeah.
We can only do that with some records, of course.
And they'd had 4 in 1972, and they'd never get as high in the charts again. So this is very much at the end of the imperial phase of T-Rex. And, I'm a fan of T-Rex's hits. I think
best
they're
of
great.
T-Rex you cannot argue with as an album. What do you think the best T-Rex album is, Alan?
Probably the best of T-Rex, I have to say.
Yeah.
It's as catchy and as rocking as the probably slightly better known ones like 20th Century Boy and...
I mean, it's well known, though, this song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It shows up all the time on stuff.
I like the idea that it's 2 songs in a way. What's the best bit of this song?
Hey, hey, hey!
What's the best bit you say?
Hey, hey, hey!
And then, I don't know what to reaction on. Easy action, baby.
Hey, hey, hey.
Yes, it's a little bit like we did Here Comes the Night, Van Morrison and them. I mean, it's a lot more economical. The verse is one thing, the kind of refrain, the chorus goes into another rhythm. Very, very appealing.
And it's almost like the verse with the hey, hey, hey bits. It's proto-punk, isn't it?
If you like.
You can see the progression there from that to something like the Ramones and then into British punk.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. Hey, hey, hey! That's a punky thing.
It's a rocker, that's for sure.
The Enemy said the main riff violates the speed limit. Which,
Dun, dun, dun.
exactly. And that's not the only weird coincidence.
Go on.
So the lyric goes, life is the same and it always will be. Hey, hey, hey. Easy as picking foxes from a tree.
Yeah, a lot of people in the YouTube comments were getting into
Yeah,
this.
they got into
How
this.
deep does this thing go?
So Mark Bolan was in a car that hit a tree in 1977, and the number plate of his car was FOX.
FOX me. What a coincidence.
Yeah. So
Not a coincidence. We're saying it's a thing, isn't it? We're saying
it is a coincidence.
Hey. I'm doing a mashup of the Twilight Zone and Solid Gold Easy Action for no reason whatsoever. Thank you very much for listening.
That is weird, but it is a coincidence.
Very much.
They put out so many hits. There was bound to be one that mentioned foxes at some point.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I drove past the site of his death with a friend of mine who's a comedian many years ago. We had a little course. You know me, James. I'm a ghoul, aren't I? I would like to apologise to the residents of Cromwell Road in Gloucester.
That's not where Mark Bolan died.
Very much not. I have a little look at these sites, don't I? Something eerie about it, James.
It's not for me. I can understand why fans would go. And, you know, it's absolute tragedy. He died in 1977 when he would have been, 30? Something like that. He left a kid behind.
Roland?
Yeah, who then didn't, because his parents weren't married, he didn't get access to any of the money that Mark Bolan made during his life. Really sad.
His partner was Gloria Jones, I think, who
That's right,
Tainted Love. That's a rock fact that will help you out in a pub quiz you do one day, I hope.
On backing vocals in this song, Sonny and Sue.
The Ladybirds. That's what I learned their names.
Are they?
That's what I
Okay.
learned on YouTube comments.
At the time, they were members of the Brotherhood of Man.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's good.
They leave in 1972, so they're not.
But they were pissed off.
They're not on the Eurovision, but they did sing backing vocals on Boom Banga Bang in 1969, which is a joint winner,
Lulu.
as well as on the German entry Ein Lied kann eine Brücke sein.
It's such a beautiful language when you speak it.
A song can be a bridge that came 17th in
A
1975.
song can be a bridge.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Rather
But also
than a
a
bridge
bridge-
could be in a song.
Yeah. That came 17th in 1975. And they were also Vicky Watson's backing vocals on her UK entry, Love Is, which came 4th in 1985. So, yes, they did miss out on Brotherhood of Man, but they did get to be in Eurovision thrice after.
Excellent work, Ladybirds. Wayne Pinnock, 5874, says, what a great title and reference to coitus. So he believes, at least, this Solid Gold Easy Action is a,
Yeah.
bit of the slap and tickle, how's your father?
It is about that. It is about he doesn't want any commitment or anything. He just wants a good time.
All my hair will keep her smiling with my wondrous walk and my telephone dialing.
Remember when dialing a telephone was a skill?
Yeah.
And not just saying, Alexa, phone me, Mom. Oh, I've set my phone off.
Hang
Sorry.
on, both our mums are wondering what's going on there. I know you're shrewd and she's a dude. That line's in there. Mm-hmm. A woman from the east with a headlight shining, ease my pain and stop my crying. Hey. Great stupid word. He writes great Dumbo words, doesn't he, Mark Bolan?
He had an ear for a hit.
A stud is a lamb with I never realised this. I'm just casually looking at these lyrics. What do you make of this? What is a stud?
A stud?
Yeah.
Well, it's, a horse that's used to breed other horses.
Get yourself a better pop education. It's a lamb. And what sort of lamb?
What? What are you talking
A
about?
stud is a lamb. That's the first line. And what kind of thoughts does this stud who's a lamb have?
I'm the wrong animal. I should be a horse.
Should be a tiger. Moves like a cat and knows how to ride her. Hey, etc.
It's like some kind of Island of Dr. Moreau thing going on here.
Ridiculous words. We appreciate it. I don't know if it's true. There's a rumour on YouTube comments Jeff Lynne plays guitar on it. Who can tell? Can you?
I don't think so.
Right.
I mean, he's not officially listed.
I've learned also that it was featured in the film The Dirt, the Motley Crue biopic, I suppose. It's in Hot Fuzz.
It shows up loads. It's been in adverts and stuff, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's in Grand Theft Auto.
It's around, isn't it? It's in the ether. It's in the culture.
So a lot of people on YouTube comments are saying, I'm here because of The Dirt, I'm here because of Hot Fuzz, I'm here because of GTA, etc. Oi Boyus goes, T-Rex brought me here, you fair weather noobs.
Oh, right. You liked it properly, do you?
He
So
liked
you
it
win.
first. Paul Green reckons Pinky and Perky do a better version, which I can neither confirm or deny.
I doubt it. I mean, I haven't heard it, so who knows? I mean, maybe it's amazing, but I doubt it, particularly with my aversion to that kind of high-pitched singing.
That's right, you don't like a sped-up voice, do you? No. We're looking at you, Con.
When you think about meal kit companies, what do you see? Probably long, complicated recipes and subscriptions you can't escape. But with the new Blue Apron, we're doing meal delivery differently. No subscription needed. Faster, easier meals. And the same dedication to quality we've always had. Shop 100+ meals at blueapron.com. Get 50% off your first 2 orders with code APRON50. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
Number 3.
Down 1 to number 3.
Who is this? Thank God we've seen the back of the Osmonds.
It's Crazy Horses by the Osmonds.
Who?
Yes, that's right. Donnie's here and his older brothers. Not little Jimmy, though. He's not involved. It's brilliant. I love Crazy Horses by the Osmonds. It's great.
Would you say it's a fact that everyone likes this song? It's got that vibe to it, hasn't it? I've never heard anyone who listens to Crazy Horses and goes, nah.
I'm sure they're out there, but yeah, why would you want to spend time with those people?
A lot of the metalheads are coming out to point out it slaps in YouTube comments. Loads of people are saying, I'm here after I read Donny Osmond's tribute to Ozzy Osbourne, saying that Ozzy once said to him how much he loved that song.
Is that a tribute to Ozzy Osbourne, Donny? Is it just going, oh, I'm sad to hear about Ozzy Osbourne. He liked my song.
Yeah, Joe Elliott around this song from Def Leppard, he's got the similar thing he once said to Donny Osmond. He liked it, and Donny Osmond, he's compelled to tell everybody.
Yeah.
But
these guys think I'm cool.
But it is interesting, isn't it? The idea that the Osmonds were whatever they are. This song is not what the common conception is. There's no denying it.
I know. And, you know, as someone who wasn't there at the time, hearing the Osmonds retrospectively and hearing all the, you know, the ballads and the boy bandy type stuff that they do, and then they do Crazy Horses, and you think, wow, that was a left turn. But in the UK, the boy bandy stuff was the left turn. This was the first top 10 hit in the UK that they had. They'd had 14 in America by the time this was a top 10 hit. Is that a
fact?
Yeah,
okay.
By this time this was a top 10 hit in the UK.
I find it's frustrating when all the metalheads come out saying, hey, I like this song and I'm a metalhead. I mean, someone who liked the Lighthouse Family wouldn't go, hey, weirdly, I like this song. They'd just get on with their life, wouldn't they?
And it's not weird that if you like metal, you'd like this song, because it is essentially a metal song, isn't it?
Much, yeah.
I mean, did this kind of popularise a lot of heavy metal tropes in mainstream UK charts?
As These Films Exist on YouTube says, this is what happens when Mormons finally have some caffeine.
Well, is it that they've got caffeine, or is it that they've got something to sing about?
Let's talk about its forward-thinking message, yeah?
Yeah, because the Crazy Horses that it refers to are gas-guzzling automobiles and factories, and the song is about pollution and about how, you know, crazy horses are tearing up the sky and we have to look after the planet.
That's
right. All that in 1972, so far ahead of their time.
There's no denying it, is it? And again, you know, when I was growing up, people would say this song's about pollution and all that. So it gave me an insight into that whole scam. I don't mean it.
Yeah, I mean, it is fun to listen to this song and imagine it is this theme tune to a sitcom about some crazy horses who are getting up to all kinds of hijinks. Yeah. But it isn't. And that sort of wee, 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 is that the sound of a crazy horse?
It's appealing, that noise, isn't it?
Not a theremin. That's what I found out. A lot of people thought it was theremin. It's not theremin.
What is it? Guitar, I think, isn't it? Just a heavily processed guitar.
It's a keyboard thing with a pitch bend on it.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently so.
Great noise.
So who wrote this song?
I don't know.
Alan, Merrill and Wayne from the Osmonds.
Well done,
it's
Alan, Merrill and Wayne.
Self-penned. Who's singing the lead vocal?
Would it be Merrill?
Merrill does the high bits in the chorus.
Would it be Alan?
No.
The other one, Wayne?
No, it's the other one who wasn't a writer, who's not Donny. Donny couldn't sing on it because his voice was changing at the time. So this is Jay Osmond doing the verses. What I like about it is you go, all right, this is the Osmonds. They're getting all rock and roll here. They're going to get mean. They're going to get nasty. When he starts singing, he does sound a bit like an angry farmer, doesn't he? There's a message for you. In the air. Get off my land. Like that. Okay. Which I find very, very endearing.
Thanks for spoiling that the next time I
What?
hear it.
How is that spoiled it? Surely that has made it better.
Tragically, I know what you mean. I've never considered he sounds like a farmer.
A grumpy farmer is what he sounds a bit like. Which in a way...
You'll be driving along all the motorways with hand-painted banners.
Which in a way he is, he's from Utah.
That's right.
He's from a big family in Utah and he's complaining about pollution.
He's a farmer.
Yeah.
All right, then.
A farmer of men.
Buck Rogers, 6378, not the original one. They say, I tried imitating those crazy horses dance moves by the lead singer and my kids thought I was having a seizure.
Yeah, there is that weird sort of leg thing they do while they're singing Crazy Horses. In the if you watch the performance in the YouTube video, in the YouTube playlist, which we've put in the description, which you should, the dance moves are incredible and you go, blimey, how is this allowed to be showed before the watershed?
All right, then we've talked about this in the past, haven't we? Or I have. Records like Bunkers by Dizzy Rascal.
Yeah.
Macarena. What else have I suggested? You know where I'm going with this,
Gangnam
James.
Style.
Gangnam Style. And some British ones. Strange Armour on YouTube says, when I start my own country, this will be the national anthem. Not bad. There's a story that Led Zeppelin once invited the Osmonds on stage on Earl's Court. You would think we'd be able to find out whether that's true or not quite easily, wouldn't you? But because it's so long ago, let's call it discrepancies. Were they just invited backstage? Or did Led Zeppelin bring the Osmonds out? You would imagine. Prefer them to do this song rather than going, where's your little brother?
Yeah. Can we do Longhead Lover from Liverpool? Imagine that.
I'll be your long-haired lover. I like it when I do that, James, because I'm not blaming you for this. When I grab my guitar and go on, let's call it a flight of fancy, you look very uncomfortable.
It's because you stare me right in the eyes when you do it.
Hey, I love you
Yeah, I know.
so much. Why are you not looking at me?
Number 2.
Up one to number 2. It's Goodbye to Jane by Slade. One of those elusive top 2 records we've just been talking about.
Yeah, and we talked about how T-Rex were massive at this time. And the Osmonds, some version of them is in this chart 3 times.
But I'm going to say for both of those, Zach, step aside.
Well, here comes Slade. Their 5th of 12 consecutive top 4 songs and their 3rd of 7 consecutive top 2 hits. So not quite as many as T-Rex, but only one fewer across 1972 and 1973. And the 5th of 7 singles with a misspelt title.
Yes, that was their gimmick.
Can you name the other songs that had misspelt titles?
Mama, We're All Crazy Now.
Yeah.
Crazy, spelt C-R-A-Z-E-E. Come On, Feel the Noise.
Yeah, with a Z. 'Cause I Love You.
Of course, their first single, I think.
Look What You Done.
Yeah.
Take Me...
Which is a misspelling in Look What You Done. Done, D-U-N.
What is W-O-T and done is D-U-N. Take Me Back Home.
That's it, yeah.
And Squeeze Me, Please Me.
Of course. Squeeze, spelt S-K-W, yeah.
E-E-Z-E. Not really doing much for the stereotype that people from the West Midlands aren't very bright. I always thought, come on, guys.
Oh, I love it. I love the idea they do that.
But yeah,
there's no need for it, is
No.
that? And you wouldn't get it if you just listened to the record. So, is it some pop nouse that Slade are displaying early on?
Yeah, it's a clever gimmick. Goodbye to Jane is G-U-D-B-U-Y. Goodbye, like a shop. And to Jane is like T and then an apostrophe, like to pow. Do you think to Jane and to pow are related?
Goodbye to Pow. Now, James, when I look at YouTube comments whenever there's a song with a name in, I have to troll through lots of people saying, my name's Jane. Ron White, below the line, says, my first girlfriend was called Jane and looked like Lindsay DePaul, 70s pop star Lindsay DePaul, who, spoiler, coming up in our Patreon. And then Ron White goes on to say, it doesn't get any better. Jane, where are you now? Then some snarky bloke called Non-Revenos pops up to say, she probably looks like Pope John Paul now, mate.
Oh, harsh. There is a real Jane that this song was written about.
Is that?
Yeah. Jane was the co-host of a TV chat show in San Francisco who Slade met on their American tour. The song was written by Noddy Holder and Jim Lee, the bass player. Jim Lee said in 1980, we all hated Goodbye to Jane when we made it. It was knocked up in half an hour at the end of one of our studio sessions. But a year after that, Don Powell, the drummer, said it was actually one of his favourite songs. So I don't know what's going on there. And why would you hate Goodbye to Jane? It's so much fun.
I don't know. It's brilliant, isn't it? A lot of fun, as you say. ZZ Bauer on YouTube points this out. I think this is good. They say it's like Noddy had a built-in chorus and overdrive in his vocal cords. Extraordinary harmonics. He has got a unique voice, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he can take it to another level, can't he?
Yeah.
The line, got a kick from her 40s trip boots, is a reference to her kicking Noddy Holder up the backside when the band were having a laugh at her expense.
Okay.
Jane had bought a pair of platform shoes, which she called her 40s trip boots. What did Noddy Holder want to call this song to make it sound more optimistic?
Hello to Jane?
Well, close. Hello to Jane. Yes, because obviously it's got to be spelt wrong, doesn't it? Yeah, he wanted to call it Hello to Jane, but it doesn't sound as good, does it?
No.
As Goodbye to Jane.
These are the little bits of detail on which the pop universe rotates, James. No, got confused with my metaphors then. I confused the universe for the planet Earth.
Well, the universe does rotate. Oh, no, it expands.
What do you mean?
It rotates and it expands. Fine, who cares?
We've done all the research. Thank you very much for listening.
But very much like Solid Gold Easy Action, this is a glam rock classic, isn't it? This is peak glam.
Again, the rock and roll chords, it's got more of the rock spirit behind it, but it's a joy, isn't it? Did you watch the video?
I've watched the video of them performing it, yeah.
What did you notice about Dave Hill in this video?
He was having a lovely time.
Why? He's hopping around, isn't he?
Covered in glitter, something.
Probably.
Something like that.
Bit of baker foil.
Yeah.
Broke his ankle on one performance, so that won't stop Dave Hill. That's why he's hopping about in the one performance I saw. He's not going to let us stop him. He's not a Premier League football player, is he?
Yeah, I mean, there's reasons why Premier League footballers can't play with a broken ankle.
No. If Dave
it's
Hill
football.
can
There's the clue.
If Dave Hill can hop about and contribute to the joy of this, and certainly who's broke their ankle recently?
I don't know.
Nor me. Stu Muskie 1729 says, in 2003 I met Don Powell and he told me this. Touring around Australia in his tour bus, he hit a kangaroo. They stopped. Out of the bush came a local gentleman of original descendancy, and he had Slade tattooed across his knuckles. I met him again in 2019 and he confirmed the story.
I've heard this story about Slade hitting a kangaroo in a bus before. I thought it was apocryphal, but okay.
I like the story. Let's be petty for no reason. He's saying, Stu Muskie, I met him in 2003, and when I met him again in 2019, he confirmed the story. That's not a confirmation if you're asking the same person, is it?
No.
Kenneth Drury says, Noddy said he bought the hat from a market stall, his big mirrors hat.
So he is wearing the hat with the mirrors on it that he's famous for wearing in the performance.
In the performance video I watched, yes. But he said he bought it from the hat from market stall, and the guy behind the stall said that he would be famous one day, just like him. Noddy politely smiled, said, yeah. Who was the guy who sold him the hat? Pop quiz to you.
It was Keir Starmer.
$1 million points, James.
Is it a pop star?
Yeah.
Market stall. London?
Yeah, let's say so. I don't know. I'm already going on a lot of, let's call it supposition, by just giving so much weight to a YouTube comment.
Elton John?
No, one of his mates.
David Furnish?
I feel...
Rod Stewart?
No! It's not Harry Belafonte.
No, it isn't. It's not going to be Harry Belafonte. What a terrible...
He did it a lot, Deo, weirdly, I think. Yeah. Freddie Mercury.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't sing... He goes, ew.
Not Deo.
Not Deo. The famous bit from Live Aid. It's not him singing Deo.
Is it not?
Doing like vocal warm-ups with the crowd. Freddie Mercury. So Freddie Mercury sold Noddy Holder the mirror hat.
According to Kenneth Drury, I feel we're very much in the long grass.
Print the legend. Right. We'll have that, yeah.
The UK's number one.
It's a non-mover at number one. It's third of 4 weeks before it will be deposed just before Christmas by little Jimmy Osmond. It's Chuck Berry with My Ding-a-Ling. Chuck Berry, the oldest person in this top 10 by a good 13 years. He's in his late 40s at this point.
Yeah. Nice use of the word deposed, by the way.
Thanks, man.
Should we try and explain this song? Nip over to YouTube, nip over to Spotify to listen to it, but we can have a stab, can't we, James?
I mean, I've, during this top 10, have referred to a few of the songs as being novelty or parody, and you have rolled your eyes at me.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I agree with you. There's a lot of novelty.
Well, I would say Shotgun Wedding is nearly a novelty song, and I said Crocodile Rock was a parody, and Long-Haired Lover from Liverpool is a comedy song, essentially.
They all use, let's call it, old-timey music styles, don't they?
And this is a comedy record,
Yeah.
even though it's by Chuck Berry, known for rock and roll.
It's always annoying that Chuck Berry gets so much memory for this song, bearing in mind so much of the other brilliant records he's done. But here we are.
And also the fact that he didn't write this.
He wouldn't be bothered. He's got a number one hit, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He sounds like he's having a ball on this record, doesn't he, Chuck?
It is. We should say the recording is a live recording of the song.
Yes.
Do you know where it was recorded?
I mean, it is on the title of the Spotify playlist, which we always recommend you to nip over to listen to. Where was it again?
It's recorded at the Lanchester Festival in Coventry.
That's right.
Yeah.
Coventry.
Coventry's contribution to pop. Yeah.
Forget the special.
Yeah, it's the audience to this. Who else is in the audience?
I don't know. Good question. This is a good question. Give me a clue.
We just talked about them. Turns over page to check.
Slade.
Well, Slade were on at the same festival, and apparently they hung around after their show to watch this.
Yeah.
So they're in the audience. So they might be doing backing vocals.
They've got another. They're at number one, a bit like when we did Ed Sheeran the other week. They are both number one and number two Slade.
Thought of, yes, we think maybe. So let's describe the song. So
Go on.
It is a song about Chuck Berry singing about how when he was a kid, his grandmother gives him some bells or some little cymbals.
Let's do it properly.
Bells on the string.
When he was a little bitty boy, his grandmother bought him what?
A toy.
Cute
Little toy. Silver bells hanging on a string.
What did she tell him?
She told me it was my ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Oh,
My ding-a-ling.
Etc.
Right. So they've set up that this is a perfectly innocent song about a gift that his grandmother gave him.
As Rob Greed on YouTube says, if Chuck Berry had not referred to one of a young boy's favourite toys at the beginning, a lot of people will assume that the toy was really part of the young boy's body.
Yes. Well, and then all the rest of the verses are written in such a way where it could be interpreted either way. Therein lies the humour. Therein lies the titillation and why people got very excited about this record and bought it in their thousands.
Who wrote it? Do you know?
Dave Bartholomew.
Oh, brilliant. Dave Bartholomew, one of Fats Domino's contributors, of
Yeah.
course. A hidden giant of rock and roll.
Pioneering rock and roller.
Yeah, man.
He wrote this in 1952, so 20 years before this version comes out. He also wrote on, I Hear You Knocking, Ain't That a Shame, I'm Walking, loads of stuff with Fats Domino.
That's right.
He lived to be 100 years old, Dave Bartholomew.
Congratulations, Dave Bartholomew.
And apparently this song, musically, is based on the old classic Little Brown Jug.
Chris Repack4668 on YouTube says, when I was little, one of the older kids at camp told me My Ding-a-Ling was originally a Bob Dylan song, and I believed them for years.
You can't believe people you meet at camp.
But I had a little listen, James. I heard the version. When I was a little bitty boy, yeah, my grandmother bought me a cute little toy. I'm looking you in the eyes again, and yet you're holding my gaze. Silver bells hanging on a string. She told me it was my ding-a-ling-a-ling. Go on, James, sing it. How would Bob sing it? Chorus. My ding-a-ling-a-ling. My ding-a-ling-a-ling. My ding-a-ling. And then,
Thanks for listening, by the way, everyone.
and then he goes, someone's nicked my harmonica.
Hey.
That's a tribute to Jasper Carrot while we're here since the 70s.
Hey. So, according to the year-end chart, and bearing in mind it's December, so a lot of these songs will continue to sell loads of records in January. For example, Long-Haired Lover from Liverpool does. But of all the songs in this top 10, this is the one that's highest up in the year-end chart. But it's only at number 18 of the year. What do you think the top 3 songs were in 1972? I mean, there's no way you're going to know.
Give me some clues.
Well, the third one is by one of the brothers we've talked about today.
One of the Osmonds.
Yeah.
It's one of the brothers. So we had done the Osmond song from 1970. I don't know, Paper Roses. Oh, did he do that? I can't remember. Go on.
Well, Michael sang about a rat and he sang about
Puppy
Love.
All right.
Number 2 is a song about bread that's gone off. Mouldy Old Dough.
Oh, okay, Lieutenant Pidgey. I mentioned that in our intro.
Yeah, and number 1 is Amazing Grace.
By whom?
Wasn't it the Royal Scots Guards or something like that?
I mentioned that too, and I've already forgotten. Thank you very much for listening.
So in this era of, I mean, yes, the Osmonds, but also Glam and Slade and T-Rex and stuff, it's still Amazing Grace and Mouldy Old Dough, which is number 1 and 2 of the year. And this only is number 18, even though it gets to number 1 for 4 weeks.
It's a dirty song, isn't it? Again, in the blues tradition, there's things like my big 10-inch record that would refer to penises. There's loads of them. Also, up to date, Taylor Swift did one recently with that song Wood, when she's talking about her fella's erection. So, happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, and, it's got to stay on the right side of... You don't want it to be too blatant, because then where's the fun? Because part of the joy of it in 1972 particularly is, we know what's really going on. Yeah. And if it's too blatant, then it's just...
I think there's some great words in it, very skillful. I also like Chuck's, let's call it joie de vivre, when he's going on about, I see women harmonising, he's going, that's all right, sister, you can do whatever you want to. It's a free country. All this bollocks he's chucking in, isn't he? And it's joyous, isn't it? He sounds, like I say, I don't think I've ever heard Chuck Berry happier than when he's singing this song in some ways.
He's being a consummate showman. Was it banned by the BBC?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Was it not?
Mary Whitehouse tried to get it banned, but they weren't having it. But there were a lot of radio stations that wouldn't play it. In the Series 3 Simpsons episode, Lisa's Pony, an unnamed student that we never see again tries to sing it at a school talent show, but is thrown off the stage by Principal Skinner.
That's right. I knew you'd pick up on that. I saw a lot of people mentioning that clip there, and a lot of people were saying, this act is over. I thought, what are you talking about? As it turns out, that's what Principal Skinner says.
And that kid, though... Because in my head, I thought, that's Ralph Wiggum sings that. He doesn't. It's some kid that you never see again. So I like to think that kid was then thrown out of the school forever.
I mean, James, we're comedians, aren't we? I feel we have to mention that sometimes because you can't always tell from listening to this. I'm not going to argue with someone who starts a big sing-along and gets a number 1 hit with what is essentially a knob joke, am I?
I mean, well done for doing it. That's some good going. It's
the word ding-a-ling, isn't it? Do you ever use a metaphor for a penis in your stage act? Would you say?
No.
Have you never give it a name or a little allusion to something else?
It's been a long time since I did any of that kind of material, Andrew.
What have you heard? Descriptions? What have you heard of? What comics talk about? Can you think of any?
Well, I think there are some words that are just very harsh sounding, and I think it's a wasted opportunity. The thing about my ding-a-ling is that it sounds funny and stupid. It's like Willy, isn't it? Slightly less harsh sounding than some of the other words that get used.
Such as?
The ones with the K sound in them.
When I was a little boy. Come, we got to write the truly dirty one.
No, we don't.
And I like to roll and rock. When I asked my mama why, she told me it was 'cause of my very hard. Everybody, come on, Jack, do it.
Yeah, it's not as fun.
No, I agree.
It's not as fun.
One of the members of the Wright family says, I played this for my little boy after he got caught at daycare playing with his own ding-a-ling. It's pretty good.
Little boys will play with their ding-a-ling.
It's a fact.
Sometimes the bigger boys too.
The working man's PlayStation, that's what I like to call it sometimes. Had that be a song when I was in my consideration, blah, 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 blah. That's it, I suppose, as Principal Skinner says, this act is over.
Well, there you have it, the top 10 from the 14th of December 1972. Lots going on in that.
Do you know,
lots of fun.
In some ways, I've enjoyed talking about it as much as I enjoyed listening to it, so thanks, James. I hope you have too.
Hey, you're welcome.
What was your favourite?
I like Crazy Horses, I like T-Rex, I like Goodbye to Jane. The one that surprised me the most...
Yeah.
Who knew I'd end up saying this on this podcast?
No. Is there going to be a celebration in Scotland?
Angel by Rod Stewart.
Blimey.
But Crazy Horses is the one I will listen to over and over again.
Yeah, all right then.
What about you, man?
Oh, they're all pretty good, aren't they? Looking at them. I will even tolerate Little Jimmy Osmond. It's a great top 10. Recommend you nipping over, as we always do, Spotify, YouTube, and give it a blast, because there's another half a dozen interesting and, let's call it, not as obvious records as James on this playlist. Why?
Yeah, these are the songs that never get in the top 10. We're going to get into those in our bonus tracks for our Patreon backers. You can join our Patreon community for free. Just go to patreon.com/Shooby Podcast, and then the bonus tracks podcast costs about 80p a week, something like that.
Share, rate, subscribe, follow. Certainly if you're a regular listener, or even if you're a kind-hearted new listener, drop us a review. We'd appreciate it.
Yes, please do give us a review. And until next time, Shooby Dooby Doo up.
Bup, bup, shoo up.
What does it mean to live a rich life? It means brave first leaps, tearful goodbyes, and everything in between. With over 100 years' experience navigating the ups and downs of the market and of life, your Edward Jones financial advisor will be there to help you move ahead with confidence. Because with all you've done to find your rich, we'll do all we can to help you keep enjoying it. Edward Jones, member SIPC.